Alright everyone, it's Eric from firearmtutorials.com. We're looking at another Dillon 650 upgrade. I feel like I should rename my channel to the Dillon channel, but what I got here is something that I thought was pretty neat and definitely something that I wanted to get because it really helps out a lot. So the problem with the primer system here is that once you have some live primers in here, okay, I just loaded some, so now there's one in there. So if there were a shell in here, I would be able to prime it. But the issue that I have here is if your depriming die isn't long enough or a shell doesn't feed, you end up with live primers that don't get seated into a case. So next time you operate the press, it comes down and you end up getting a live primer or two or three depending on how much you're loading, and this little chute here, especially once you're really going and putting a lot of force in here, these end up falling on the floor. I've probably got at least a dozen of these underneath the underneath my reloading bench. So what I found on eBay here, and I'll share the store where I got it from, but basically replaces this chute with this piece, and you'll see here these little bottles screw into the bottom so that the primers will actually fall into here, and then you can unscrew this from the bottom and you have your used good primers that you don't lose on the floor. So let's go ahead and install it and see how it goes. Alright, so here we go with the install. Figured I'd help Steve out here and do a video, but there's basically two screws underneath here that hold this plastic platform. So I'm just using one of the Dillon wrenches, one of the Dillon Allen wrenches that came with the press. Man, it's tight. There we go. So there's one and two. And we're going to use to take these out, but we're going to use the hole that's closest to the press itself. And it's kind of interesting because I think Steve actually makes these by hand. There's a little 96 on mine here, you can see. But okay, so now you see we're going to go using this hole, which is the closest one, and that's where we're going to mount it. So like so. And it actually came with a different screw, so we'll go ahead and use that. I think it's a little bit longer than the other ones. Yeah, it's a different size Allen wrench too, but it's not the biggest deal. So I'm going to go from underneath here. Come on. There we go. This is a little difficult to do from the other side because I have the camera on the side that it would be easiest. Alright, so about 15 minutes later, this is what we've got. So I did get it in. Now, the only thing that took so long is, me being left-handed made it a little more complicated, but what I didn't realize is that this plastic part has to actually sit on top of the spent primer bracket that the cup actually goes into. Here's the regular spent primer cup, and I was trying to do it where it was kind of flush against that, but the screw wouldn't line up unless it was on top of there. So if you get it in right, it will actually sit there, and then you just put the screw in the bottom. So let's see what that did for us. I'm going to take this out actually, just so it's easier to see. There's a lot of primers in there. All right, so I've got primers. Oh, let me put the bottle in. At first I thought that it wasn't, yep, there goes one. Might as well just knock them out manually now. There goes the alarm. The instructions say not to fill this up. I don't have enough primers in here to fill it up, so let's take this out and give you a better look at the finished product here. So there it is with the spent or the actually live primers. So now we can just unscrew this bottle, make sure that you don't over tighten it when you initially install it, and now we can save these for the next time we reload. So that's it, guys. Money well spent in my book. I mean, like I said, I've probably got at least a dozen primers that have fallen on the floor and underneath my reloading desk here. So another good upgrade for the 650. That's it. Thanks for watching.